Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be doing the daily reading for Monday, November 16, 2020. And today is a day that's ruled by the root chakra and guided by free will. The galactic signature of the day today is the yellow spectral human energy. And so the yellow human tribe is all about influencing, free will, and wisdom. And so this energy very much has to deal with the collective consciousness, as well as our ancestral line and our lineage, right? When we incarnate onto this earth, we choose a specific lineage. We choose a specific culture, a specific society that we are incarnated into, that we are born into. And we take on all the blueprints and the expectations and some of the trauma and the baggage of that lineage, right? And so a major thing that we're doing right now is we're learning how to heal that, right? We're learning how to break ancestral curses, to liberate our ancestors through choosing a new path. And that is very much what this yellow human energy today is about. That's the energy of free will. We get born into this culture, right? This society, and there are norms, there are collective agreements as to how we are supposed to function and how we are supposed to conduct ourselves. There are certain belief systems, right, that we are indoctrinated into. And so our free will is that we get to choose, do I uphold this system or do I move beyond this system and create something new? And so this reminds me also of something that I was talking about the other day and sharing about, which is this fact that those of us who are considered like the black sheeps of the family, right? What that really means is that we are the ones that most likely came to change our lineage, to move our to heal our ancestral line and to move our lineage out of these old outdated ways of doing things, right? That's why we don't fit in. That's why we see things differently from different perspectives, right? So our free will choices are different. We are utilizing and fully enacting our free will. And we can take this free will thing even deeper, right? Like we have the free will to choose, do I perceive myself as this body or do I perceive myself as something more? Do I continue to stay in that state of forgetting, right? Or do I begin to remember and step into who I truly am? There's all kinds of free will choices that we get to make, right? Do I choose the fated life or do I choose the destined life, right? We talk about this a lot too. And so all of these are free will choices, and every choice we make creates a reality, right? But every choice that we make also has an impact on the collective. And we gain wisdom through our free will choices, right? And then we are asked to share the wisdom that we've gained to help the collective energy understand, like, I've gone through this, now I have this wisdom to share with you. And so that in that way, maybe I can help to influence your free will choice by showing you and teaching you what happened with mine. And in this way, as we share our collective wisdom, we begin to shift the collective consciousness. And this shifting the collective consciousness vibe is heavy today because the spectral tone, which is the tone of the day, is all about dissolving and liberation, right? So we're dissolving everything that doesn't work. We're liberating ourselves from the systems that no longer work, right? We're liberating ourselves from the storylines that no longer work, that no longer function and are not creating harmony, are creating at this point disharmony, right? As we move deeper into this age of Aquarius, which is all about this energy. So the dissolving of fixed concepts, patterns, fears, breaking all of those generational curses, breaking all of that conditioning, right? And moving into a whole new realm, right? That's what this is all about. As we are ascending into the fifth dimension, we are breaking down all those old three-dimensional constructs that do not work anymore. That probably, they never worked except to uphold, right, a system that didn't work, I guess, is maybe one way to put it. Or maybe they did. I don't know. That's my perspective. That may not necessarily be true. They worked because they helped to teach us the lessons that we needed to learn through those struggles, but we don't need to learn those specific lessons anymore. As more and more of us are making the free will choice to step into the remembering of the truth of who we really are, all of those old systems, all of that old conditioning, that does not apply anymore. That applied to our limited understanding of ourselves and our reality. It does not apply to this quantum multidimensional understanding of ourselves and our reality, right? And so we share that wisdom. We share our own experience through our own free will choices. We share what we know to help to shift the energy, to help to open up others' minds to the amount of choices that they have. Most people do not understand that they have so many choices, because so often it looks as though our choices are made for us, right? But allowing our choices to be made for us is also a choice. So the energy or the affirmation for today is: I dissolve in order to influence, releasing wisdom. I seal the process of free will with the spectral tone of liberation. I am guided by my own power doubled. All right. And so we also have the astrological energy. I don't know why I'm getting super excited today, and it's getting difficult for me to speak. So I hope you guys understood all of that. I had to keep trying to slow myself down so that I could enunciate properly and you guys could pick up on what it is that I'm trying to say right now. But hopefully it translated. So we have the moon still in Sagittarius today. That's that very explorative energy. Sagittarius is the traveler, the gypsy, the student, right? And so we are being asked to be students of our own lives today and to continue with that, right? And to share our wisdom and also listen to the wisdom of others, right? Sagittarius gains wisdom through experience. So this is a perfect energy to have the moon in right now, right? Sagittarius has experiences, gains that wisdom, and constructs their own understanding of the world, their own value system, their own morals, their own ethics in accordance with what they have experienced and learned. And Sagittarius loves to take from different cultures, different ideas, loves to meet up with people that are different than the self to really understand all of the nuances and complexities, right? All of the possibilities, all of the different choices that are available. So I love that energy for us today with the moon. We do have the moon trine Mars today, and Mars is now moving direct, as we know. So this is a beautiful energy where our our drive, our ambition, our motivation is really lining up and feeling in a good place with our emotionality today. We are really connected and in the flow when it comes to that. When it comes to moving forward, and with that moon in Sag from that expanded place, right? We may be feeling a little philosophical today. We may be really in the mood to have these interesting, nuanced conversations with people. We do still have that opposition between Mercury and true black moon and Uranus. So we are being inspired to look higher, to aim higher, to move out of that rational mind into that higher frame of mind, right? That universal cosmic mind energy that's really coming through. And we do still have that rebellious kind of energy in the air. We also still have that opposition is actually exact today between Venus and Eris, with the squaring of Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter right in the middle there. So we want to make sure to take advantage of more of this lighthearted, fun energy today, and really make sure that we are communicating from a balanced approach, right? Especially when it comes to our relationships. When it comes to the interactions with the masculine and feminine interactions today, we want to be really careful with that. We want to make sure that we are coming from an unbiased, right? It's impossible to be unbiased as a human, but as unbiased a perspective as we can when we are interacting with and relating to people today, and just pay attention to any of the ways that our own wounding is coming up when it does come to that repression, that suppression. We are very much wanting truth and justice in our relationships right now, right? And so we're at odds with that need for the harmony and also that need for absolute truth and absolute justice, right? And anywhere where we don't have that, we may be feeling a little bit there may be a little tumultuous energy there today, at least in the mental space, if not in the heart space. And so we want to be aware of that. It's also with the moon square Neptune. This is an energy where we really want to make sure that we're not operating out of delusion, right? There could be a lot of illusionary energy in the air today. We may not be seeing things 100% clearly. We may, especially with the moon in Sag and the Neptune in Pisces, this may be a day where we are leaning toward escapist type tendencies as well. And so we just want to be aware of that as we're navigating the energies of today. All right, taking a look at this again. Yep. And we do have a loose stellium that's lining up here. We still have Pluto and Jupiter within a degree of each other. We had that major exact conjunction on the 12th, and we've been feeling the energy of that. If you guys didn't check out the Pluto-Jupiter conjunction video, please do so. It is, I believe it's on the Astrological Ascensions videos playlist. It's the energies, we are still in them. They were so profound and so dynamic. All right, the intertwining with the energies of the 1111 portal, all the major events that we had last week, we are still feeling the energy of those today. And we do have a stellium lining up here. We have Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, of course, which is a little bit, Saturn's at 27. Saturn's going to be a few degrees away, but still within the orb or the arc rather, where we can feel these energies lined up. And then we also have, we're going to have, I believe, we're going to have more planets joining them, or asteroids or different bodies. And so I will keep you guys posted as that moves along. I think they're ones that I don't follow as closely. So I'm going to have to do a little research for you guys to find out exactly what that's all about. But I know that there are more. We have the mean black moon. Oh, that makes her sound, I don't mean mean as in she's nasty. I mean she does have that side to her, right? True black moon. But there's different ways to approximate the position of black moon Lilith. I use the true black moon. Some people use the mean black moon, which takes an average of all of her erratic positions and averages them out to where that would put her. And then I use the one that is the exact position of where she is at as far as we can determine. So there's lots of different ways to go about her. So I have two different black moon Liliths on here, and one of them is lining up with this stellium. The other one, as we know, is conjunct Uranus right now, the one that the true black moon, which is the one that I usually utilize. And I believe Paulus, which I have to do a little bit more research on because that's not one that I follow too heavily, will be lining up with this stellium in Capricorn. But as these planets are coming, because Pluto and Jupiter are so exact right now, and then we still have that power of Saturn in there, it's like kind of reactivating some of those stellium energies that we experienced and kind of bringing us back. Like these last couple months of 2020, we're going to be brought back to all of the lessons that we've learned throughout this incredibly dynamic and chaotic year. And so just expect that to be coming up, things to be revisited, right? We revisit them to see how much we have grown. And then we understand what growth there still is left in that area of our lives. And so you want to check out where the stellium is occurring in your chart, where Capricorn, around 22 degrees of Capricorn, is in your chart. And that's going to show you where you're going to be revisiting these themes. Okay. So what do I want to do here? All right, interesting. I'm going to pull a couple Weaver Tarot cards. Clear. And just see what energies we have for today. They are calling to me. They want to come out and play. So we are, what did we say? November 16th, 2020, I believe. Monday, November 16th. Yes, 2020. Okay. So we have the Two of Wands, the Three of Coins, the Sovereign of Swords, and the Ace of Coins. And so this is interesting energy. I feel as though people are manifesting people that they want to work with and come into partnership with. Either manifesting that or setting out the intentions for that. Yeah, setting out the intentions more than anything else. There is the energy of choosing when it comes to the twos sometimes, balanced choice. But this is like a manifesting choice, I feel like. Because if you look at the energy coming off of the wands there, right? How they're crossed. And it's that energy of those wands crossing, that meeting. So I feel as though people are going to be meeting and coming into contact with people that they're meant to collaborate with, right? The Three of Coins would be like the Three of Pentacles. And so this is teamwork and collaboration. So really drawing those people into our reality today. The Ace of Coins, the Ace of Pentacles, this is like major manifestation energy, right? A new cycle of abundance. So there's our cycle of abundance approaching, and it's going to be a combination of, there's going to be with the Sovereign of Swords, right? This is like the, I can't remember if the Sovereign is the King or the Queen. I think this is the Queen of Swords. And so it's that energy of communication. There's a strong energy of communication, being able to speak and communicate clearly and concisely and logically. So people that we're able to have, and so this comes back to the discussion piece, right? People that we're able to converse with, that we're able to share ideas, share and communicate ideas with in an empowered way, right? Who we are attracting into our reality, we are going to, we're gonna work with, just create some beautiful things. That's the energy that I'm feeling, which is really cool. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune, right? So this is like a new cycle. This is the wheel turning, right? And this is also blessings and destined and fated events with the World, right? Okay. So, and the Magician under that. Okay. All right. The World, the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune. This is like retarded manifestation energy that's coming through right now, okay? Really, really ridiculous manifestation energy. So people that we can really create and manifest with in a really beautiful way. People that we can learn from, right? This is, when I see the Three of Coins next to the Sovereign of Swords, this to me also indicates like somebody who's teaching us, people that we can learn from, people that we can share ideas and viewpoints with and really learn and grow with. And so that's some really beautiful energy. That's like that soul tribe energy coming in, coupling with this manifesting energy. So like really creating a legacy. I feel like people are coming together with people that they are going to be able to create legacies with. And that is really beautiful energy. So pay attention to those fated encounters and meetings. Pay attention to the people that you're drawn to right now, that you're drawn to collaborate with, that you're drawn to just have conversations with. Whose energy is drawing you in right now? And can you move more toward that energy and really see what comes out of that, right? We also have the Hermit now, after I pulled those cards on the bottom of the deck, which is the card of, it is the Virgo card, right? The card that represents Virgo, but it represents that spiritual awakening as well, and that process of like pulling our energy in. So it's like, especially those of us who have had some time where we've had to kind of pull our energy back, right? We've pulled our energy back into ourselves more. And we've taken that alone time to really sink into our own energy, to really get focused on our own journey, maybe worked on some solo projects, worked on some things with ourselves, right? And now we're getting ready to be able to come out, and it's like we're getting ready to be inspired in a different way. We're being inspired now and motivated by the other people in our lives and coming and joining together with them, right? Because it's like we have our own energy, right? And that's some big energy in and of itself. But when we combine that big energy with other big energy, how big then does that energy get? That's like the feeling that I'm getting right now. It's like those ripples in the pond becoming waves, becoming tsunamis, but like in the best possible way. So I really like that energy. And the Conqueror of Wands, which would be, I believe, the Knight of Wands. So that's like that fast moving, passionate energy. There's a lot of, it's like coming out of this reclusive type energy into this really out aggressive, fast moving energy where we're just going after it. This is like the Mars direct energy right here. This is like the Mars retrograde, right? The internal process, and the Mars direct coming out and coming in hot, basically. And we're going to pull a couple Work Your Light cards as well. Clear. All right. November 16, 2020. All right. Inner Temple Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. And so that came out with the no energy. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. And so I'm feeling as though this is not necessarily related to this energy. This is a different message coming through. And this is like, if there's a question that you've been seeking an answer to and you don't really know what to say, right now, the answer to your question is to really tune into your own heart, right? Stop listening with your mind and start listening with your heart. And in the meantime, don't do anything. Don't do anything. Pause, be still. Also on the bottom of the deck here, we have mirror, who or what is triggering you. And so this is energy that we were talking about earlier, right, with the reading. And so that energy is wanting to be brought up as well. I'm trying to figure out if this energy plays into this energy. It might be. I feel like this is also energy that's telling us whatever this is that you're trying to figure out an answer to. You want to pause. You want to really take that time. Like, don't say yes until you go within. And if you instinctively feel that the answer is no, then go ahead and say no. But like, really tune into your own, like, turn this off and turn this on, and pay attention to what aspects of the situation are mirroring aspects within yourself that need to be healed. Like, what healing still needs to be done, right? Like, that may be, there's an element of that in this situation. Any other guidance as far as this goes? Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? So really being kind and gentle and loving with yourself and whatever it is that's coming up for you. I feel like there is a situation that's going on right now. You're not really sure how to navigate, how to move through it. So you want to just take that pause. You want to take that time. You want to take that time to really get in touch with yourself. Devotion and the mother energy. So really be gentle and tender and loving with yourself. And figure out what about the situation is triggering you before you react to it. Is really, yeah, what the energy is there. Is what is being triggered within you? What aspect of you is calling out for more nurturing and love? Yeah, so I don't know if any of that is going to make sense, but I guess that was a message. That wanted to come out for someone. Is like, I don't necessarily feel that for everyone it's a strong no, but it's like a wait. It's like a hold on. Really tune into your own heart. Get the answers from your heart about this situation. Let your heart guide you as opposed to your head. And really get into that soft, gentle, loving energy with yourself. All right? And is what you're doing an action or a reaction, right? That's that triggering piece. Is whatever decision you're trying to make, right? Is it reactionary or is it a decisive action, right? And if you have been debating this and going back and forth in this in your mind, it's not a decisive action, right? And so continue to give yourself the time to really understand what's behind this choice, this decision, whatever this is that you were trying to understand and determine. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Like, yeah, we'll pull one Moonology card for this too. The Moonology cards are, actually no. We're going to pull an Angels and Ancestors card. Clear. Angels and Ancestors. This specific situation, give us some closing guidance for this decision. Give us some closing guidance. Nope. Some very clear, decisive closing guidance, please. Oh my God, that's too many cards. Too many cards. Yes. Move in a new direction, make plans and focus. Track down your fears and desires. Okay, well, it's more information that I wanted. Feel loved and comforted. And the Earth Mother energy just went right on top of the Star Mother energy. So there's very heavy Mother energy coming through. Whatever this means for you, whether this has to do with your mother, whether it has to do with a mother, whether it has to do with you just learning how to apply that energy to yourselves. I feel like for some people, this is triggering mother issues possibly. Or there's something heavy with the mother coming through here. Because that's two mothers right on top of each other. So that's really interesting. But it's also about that energy of, as you're going through this process, being really, because this is how do you mother yourself. So being very loving and compassionate with yourself and with the entire situation and everyone in the situation. And so let's take a look at these cards that came out. Shield Maiden, have a plan or strategy in place before moving forward. Taking some time to assess what your next steps will be, right? All great warriors have a plan. So this is right with the postpone energy again. Really thinking this through is the energy that's coming through here. You are a sensitive being, and if you are not prepared for the tasks you are taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart and that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you have been recently. So have a strategy in place and then let your guides support you as you move forward. And where are you moving forward to? This is saying possibly for some of you guys in a new direction, the traveler energy. So you may be moving in location too. I'm feeling with the traveler energy. Like some of this decision for some of you guys could have to do with physical moving or some sort of traveling, but it is asking you, whatever you're doing, that's part of the waiting and the postponing is, am I acting? Am I reacting? Am I reacting, right? What is being triggered within me? If we go back to the energies of this day in general, right? It's that ancestral stuff, right? Am I acting out of free will or am I acting out of sort of like the constructs, right? The constructs that society has built for me. That energy, which has been very heavy throughout this entire year as we learn to stand in our own authority, coming through as well. So it's like make plans and possibly you might need to adjust your plans, right? Perhaps the plans that you made aren't necessarily working in your benefit. And so you may have to choose a new direction, but you're going to want to do that strategically. And so that's it's like fully understand the situation is the energy that I'm getting, especially when on the bottom of the deck, we have tracked down your fears and desires. What am I afraid of? What is it that I truly desire, right? All of those energies coming through. So really, and that's part of that mirror energy too, is like those fears being mirrored back to us, those anxieties. So really taking into account all of that before moving forward with whatever it is that you're trying to do. And this says, welcome any opportunities to travel, either to the outer world or to your inner worlds. Yes. The road you are on may be the road less traveled, but this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. So the road less traveled, right? Choose your direction to the road less traveled. And so this is so much that energy I'm feeling of like breaking out of those old ancestral and cultural programming and patterns right now, right? What is less traveled than that road? That is the road that we are all moving and shifting toward traveling together, right? So I really love that. Let's see. If it isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering distance within. And you will be evolving every single moment of it. And so that's reminding me of the Virgo, the Hermit energy that was coming through too, right? Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load because that will make your journey more enjoyable. You are also being encouraged to see how far you've come and how you've really grown as a person because this recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a good chance that along the way you'll make new friends who will become companions for a lifetime. So yeah, really more than all of that last stuff there, which is still great. And this kind of plays into this energy up here, right? Actually, which is interesting of attracting in those people that we are collaborating and growing with and manifesting with and creating with. So that is kind of cool how they link in together. Maybe for some of you guys, this is the process that's going to get you to this, is this process of slowing down, of really checking in with your own truth, right? What are your fears and desires related to what you are going through right now? And what can they teach you about what it is that you truly want, right? Are you allowing your fears to dictate your path forward? Or are you open to allowing your desires to dictate that path? And where is that balance, right? Which is what we've been learning also throughout this year, of that balance between the others and the self. Yes. Track down all of your fearful thoughts and feelings. Where you find them, you will find your desires too. Ooh. Instead of being hunted down by your fears or other feelings that you have buried, become the hunter. You are being given confidence and strength at this time, so use your power to make a difference. You are not here to cower away or live in the shadows. You are here to realize your fullest potential. But this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. When this card arises, there could be an opportunity to face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. If you are a man or identify as male, this card represents your masculinity and an opportunity to know yourself more deeply. If you are a female or identify as female, this card represents your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome limitations. And that energy is just strengthened by the fact that the warrior energy is coupled with it, right? The warrior energy, be fearless and stand strong. Yeah. So a lot of aspects of the shadow coming up, a lot of shadow work that I feel like is necessary to be done before you can make a final decision on what it is that you're wanting to do here. Really interesting energy. Yes, really interesting energy. And hold the space, Druid, which is also, right, hold that space for yourself, right, as you come to these, as you attempt to come to these conclusions. All right, so that was quite a reading. It's going to be quite a day. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. If you like this video, like this video. Drop a comment down below. Let me tell me how it's resonating. I almost said let me tell you. Tell me how it's resonating. There are links down below to donate to my channel if you feel so moved to do so. There's also my email down below and a description of the different services that I offer. I do personal readings. I do incredibly beautiful and powerful and beneficial energy healings, which may help to sort through, either one of those may help to sort through some of these energies. So please reach out to me. Shoot me an email if you would like some assistance with any of that. If you haven't subscribed yet and you would like to catch more videos, hit the bell with the little squigglies. If you are already subscribed, double check and make sure you still are, because I mean, if this video came up in your notifications and you just watched it, then you are. But apparently people have been becoming unsubscribed from YouTube and stuff like that lately. Just weird stuff going on. So double check that. All the likes, the shares, the subscribes, they really help the channel to grow. So even if you do not feel moved to donate or anything like that, liking this video is just like a donation. Sharing this video, all of any of that stuff is the same. It really helps to support. And you guys know that I love commenting, helps as well. And you guys know I love to hear from you. So yes, I love and appreciate you in each and every way. And I will talk to you again soon. Bye.